Welcome to Morning Joan, the hottest podcast in town where we dish out all the latest gossip and news. I'm your host, Joan, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. Grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the juiciest stories making headlines. First up, it looks like Eric Adams is living his best life after dropping out of the mayoral race. The outgoing mayor was spotted partying at the exclusive 22 Club on Monday night, where he mingled with the likes of Denise Rich, Star Jones, and Mona Scott-Young. I mean, who wouldn't want to rub shoulders with these A-listers? Adams even dined at the club's restaurant before heading upstairs to join the charitable crew. Because when you're a mayor, you've got to keep it classy. But what really caught my attention was that Adams has become quite the regular at Rich's annual Gabrielle's Angel Foundation for Cancer Research Gala. He's been known to stay until the end of the event, dancing the night away with performances by Chaka Khan and Fat Joe. I guess when you're a mayor, you've got to know how to have a good time. And it looks like Adams has certainly earned his membership at these exclusive clubs. Now, let's switch gears and talk about some celebrity news. You might have heard that Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are calling it quits after all these years. But what's really interesting is that sources close to the couple are revealing some unexpected frustrations in their marriage. Apparently, Kidman was feeling a little suffocated by Urban's touring schedule, and who can blame her? I mean, being on the road all the time can't be easy for anyone. We'll be diving deeper into this story and more throughout the show, but for now, let's just say that it looks like Adams is having the time of his life, while Kidman and Urban are navigating some tough times. And that's just a taste of what we've got cooking on Morning Joan today. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan. We're diving into the fascinating world of celebrity relationships, where age is just a number, or is it? From Rosie Huntington-Whiteley and Jason Statham's 20-year gap, to Kristin Cavallari's recent split from her 24-year-old beau, Mark Estes, it seems like love knows no bounds, not even those of age. Let's take a look at some of the most intriguing May-December romances in Hollywood. We have Jeff Goldblum and his wife Emily Livingston, with a whopping 30-year difference. Despite their age gap, they seem to be going strong, with Jeff even joking about how Emily initially thought he'd be like Rex Harrison from My Fair Lady, only to realize she meant George Harrison from the Beatles. Then, there's David Foster and Katharine McPhee, with nearly 35 years between them. The American Idol alum doesn't seem too bothered by the judgment, saying she's in love with their love story and that's all that matters. And who can blame her? Their whirlwind romance has been making headlines for years. We also have George Clooney and Amal Clooney, with a 17-year age gap. The Oscar winner initially thought he might be too old for the barrister, but it turns out she had feelings for him too, and they've been married since 2014. But not all celebrity relationships with large age gaps have a fairy tale ending. Kristin Cavallari recently broke up with her 24-year-old ex-boyfriend, citing that he needs to experience life and find himself. Despite calling their romance the best relationship of her life, she seemed to acknowledge that their age difference ultimately played a role in their split. As we explore these fascinating relationships, it's clear that love can conquer all, even if society doesn't always understand it. Whether it's a 10-year gap or a 30-year gap, what matters most is the connection between two people. And that's our second cup of tea for today, folks. Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan. We're wrapping up today's episode with a segment that's sure to bring a smile to your face. You know how they say you can't go home again? But for some of our favorite TV casts, it seems like you can indeed go back and relive the good old days. We've got a roundup of the most fabulous TV cast reunions that will make your nostalgia-loving heart swell. From Friends to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and from The Wonder Years to Game of Thrones, it's clear that even when the cameras stop rolling, the friendships and bonds formed on set can last a lifetime. Let's start with the one and only Friends. Who could forget Monica and Phoebe's iconic friendship? Courtney Cox and Lisa Kudrow reunited, and it was like no time had passed at all. They even poked fun at each other on social media, with Lisa joking about not being able to open her eyes in a photo they took together. But that's not all. The cast of That's So Raven also had a mini reunion, with Rose Abdoo running into her old pals Annalise Vanderpool and Rondell Sheridan. And let's not forget about the Buffy gang, who got together to slay, a pun intended, the day away. We've also got reunions from The West Wing, Boy Meets World, and even Flavor of Love, because who doesn't love a good dose of reality TV drama? And in a heartwarming turn of events, the cast of Lost reunited at the very spot where their characters first met. It's enough to make you go, "ah," out loud. But what really gets me is when casts come together to support each other's new projects, like when Kit Harington and Richard Madden showed up to cheer on Maisie Williams at her play. It just goes to show that even in the crazy world of Hollywood, some friendships can withstand the test of time. So there you have it, folks. A healthy dose of TV nostalgia to kickstart your day. Whether you're a fan of comedy, drama, or something in between, it's clear that these cast reunions are the gift that keeps on giving. That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay fabulous.